Hey guys, it's me again. We haven't met since my last video caused a toothpad, and on this occasion we are about to immerse ourselves in something totally different. No cats or fur on this video, but still we are about to learn something really exciting. If you are like me, probably there is something about the lettering that catches your attention. Since I learned about calligraphy and typography, my creative world expanded enormously. The examples you see are shared by the British Library. They are traditional decorated capital letters, so typical for the antique scripts. The lettering we are about to do will have more contemporary style, although I'm still a huge fan of antique lettering. Getting to the core of our subject. Today's course is all about drawing a tribute in shape of lettering. My suggestion is to pick the movie you are a fan of, for example Star Wars, or maybe series like The Stranger Things. This way you will be able to add special qualities, shapes or details to your lettering which will make it unique. As for me, I've picked a quote, "Let go of your hate" from the worldwide known saga, and I'm stealthy like a ninja from the trending series. It feels sort of right quotes for each one of them. Before starting to sketch, it's always a good idea to take a look on what is already done in terms of lettering. You can use your favorite browser or any platform such as Pinterest or Flickr to look for a visual reference you are inspired by. Just type some text inside of the search engine, such as lettering, handmade, typography, and start saving the ones you consider to be useful for your purpose. There are some really outstanding calligraphers out there, whose works are incredibly inspiring. Alright, as for me, I have already picked some references to define the aesthetics of our quotes. I have chosen some examples of modern, popular style. This one will be useful for Stranger Things lettering. It's a sort of brush script. Let's see how to sketch our quote in a similar style. We can start, for example, with a lowercase m. It's one of the letters which let you understand better the shapes to be used with the rest of your lettering. First, you trace the skeleton of the letter, and then define the stem width and proceed to adjusting the letter form to this new shape. Make it look coherent by using similar angles for the top and the bottom stem endings. Take into account that in this case we will need the rest of the letter to have the same stem width. Now, let's trace a rounded letter, such as A. It's used up to 3 times inside of our sentence. As you can see on your screen, there are 2 ways to trace it. In our case, we are simulating brush script. What we will need is the last one, just an oval shape with a stroke. It's a little bit different from the M shapes, but in the end it should look consistent, and we can achieve it by correcting the stem termination's inclination. The final tip for this initial sketch is to think how would you like to organize your phrase. In this case, ninja is the word I would like to emphasize, so I'd better to chop the sentence in 3 pieces to make it look balanced. Translated to sketch, it would look like this. Time for few tips on the Star Wars phrase. Let's take a look on the lettering. The second example we are using as reference is an alphabet made by using ruling pen on paper. This time the idea is to take a slightly different approach. First of all, I would like to emphasize here the word hate. so we'll cut the phrase in 3 lines like this. Since this quote is some kind of command, we'll trace it all in capital letters. The size of the word hate will overcome the rest. For the first 2 lines, you can use as reference any font installed on your device by just applying caps on the sentence. We'll follow the same skeleton, but we'll make them much wider as to make it look more powerful and solid. For hate, take a look on the example on the left. These letters look distressed and more aggressive. Their stems are placed in diverse angles, and they don't have the same length as well. By using this reference, we are looking to achieve sense of chaos. As you can appreciate, in terms of width, the difference between upper and lower row will be considerable, but the word hate will compensate this by its height. You can also appreciate the difference in the proportion. Just take a look on the 2 versions of E. The upper one is more squared, and the other is like vertical rectangle. Lower row will also play with stem width, being one of the terminations stretched. So, proceed to sketching all the ideas that come across your mind. Use some references to support your ideas. Once you sketch lettering on paper, or by using your tablet, whatever is comfortable for you, polish the shapes of the whole composition. Waiting to see you in the following lesson.